Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report. I am Nick Captos, and I'm joined here by for the first time this year, head coach of Hofstra Field Hockey, Courtney Veinotte. Courtney, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good over here. You're coming. It's definitely going to be a different season for you all, competing in the spring instead of the fall. Kind of go into that really brief. Like, how has that changed how you and the coaching staff prepare, like go into practice, prepare for games? Like, how has the change in the season of competition affected you all so far?
Yeah, in January, I think the staff was pleasantly surprised with the weather, and we were very optimistic for February that Long Island was going to be a PG winter. But we are finding out now, we are dealing with some snow, and everybody is. It's we're all trying to figure it out. As far as our team and our staff, we're in the complete understanding that this season is a season of adaptability and making sure that our mindset is we're just going day by day and making sure that we prepare the best we can with the situation that we're in. And so we're remaining optimistic. And the facility, shout out to Ann and Colin and Ryan, they helped us out in plant with getting a space cleared off for us to be outside on our turf. So we've been fortunate with that, and we're just trying to take it day by day here.
Yeah, I think that's really all you can do at this point. I've been hearing from a lot of coaches, regardless of the sport, regardless of the season, it's adaptability, it's being able to change things on the fly and how you would normally prepare. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a challenge for everyone at Hofstra and across the country in college athletics and or just athletics in general.
Right.
Kind of turning before we go into the new season, let's talk a little bit about your first year, 2019. Why don't you go over for us briefly, in your words, about the 2019 season of Hofstra Field Hockey?
Yeah, 2019. It feels like forever ago, but yet it feels like just yesterday. In the sense of how much growth we did have in that season. I think we obviously start off the season a bit, um, with a struggle. We started off 0-4, and we were just trying to find a little bit of consistency and growth, and focusing on what we can do to get better every day. We ended up 8-10, and our last game was a win on the road and overtime against Northeastern. And I think that set the tone for the past year and a half of the excitement and what we do have, the opportunity we do have here. So we are very excited. The 2019 season did set a good tone for us, and we're just looking to grow off from it. And we're excited to get competing again.
Yeah, absolutely. It was your first year as the head coach. I know that it can be difficult for the coaches as much for the student athletes with transitioning to a new way of things may be done in preparations or in practice and things like that. So it's good that you felt the first season went along so positively. Despite the record that it was, and you're bringing back a pretty strong group of returning student athletes. Why don't you go over the 2020-21 roster for Hofstra Field Hockey?
Yeah. Ultimately, we are bringing back a full leadership council. They have experience. They've done a fantastic job guiding this young group through. And we are young. We have a big first year class. Our sophomores missed an off season, right, of training with COVID last spring. So we are playing catch up here, and as everybody in the country is doing. But it's we've got a great group returning, and great people and great leaders that have really put some time into pushing this culture in the right direction. And that piece has been really nice to see that there's been no miss in the preseason and the past this fall off season that we have had. It's been really special to see our upperclassmen grow into these leaders. And Meredith Fenig and Frankie O'Brien and Cami Larson have done a great job with this young group, and guiding them in here and getting them comfortable even through these times. So it'll be an exciting returning group. Another one is Juna Slort with the penalty corner. She's a major piece of execution there. And she's now in the backfield this year and leading a backfield. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see it come all together. But I'm really proud of our returners and what they've done for this program.
Yeah, absolutely. Turbulent, different season, different circumstances. Adversity, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. Like
Yes.
this, it can make or break a team, and it's exciting to hear you talk about all of that veteran leadership, and then seeing it in practice, day in and day out. The more experienced players, helping the younger players from the freshmen to the juniors and the sophomores. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, thank you. It's legitimately every single senior junior that we have right now is playing a role in leadership. So it's exactly what you're saying. It's exciting. It fulfills the coach's heart, right? Like it makes you feel extremely proud of your players when you see them in leadership positions and day to day pushing the program forward on the turf in the weight room. So I know that we've got an exciting future for us here with Hofstra, whether it's this first season, this spring season together, next fall, but even 5 years out, there's going to be a lot of credit given to these juniors and seniors that have really pushed this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be a season, one way or another. It's going to be a season to remember.
Yes.
You started a little bit going over the roster, the returning roster, about your freshmen, your newcomers. I believe it was 9 freshmen that you brought in with this recent class from all over the place, really, not just from the United States, but you got a couple from the Netherlands, from Argentina, from Chile. Why don't you break down your incoming freshman class and how they've been able to integrate with the Hofstra field hockey team?
Yes. I mean, a large class of 9. Right away, August, September, they showed up and they were ready to go. Every training, they were competing very strong with our returners. They had the right energy. They showed 0 ounce that they were a freshman, no timidness. So it was nice, I think, with the flip flop year of us having the off season in the fall. It did give them time to gain that comfortability and learn our style of play and find themselves fitting into different roles. And, now that we're entering a preseason, they actually don't feel like first years anymore, so it is a different experience for a fall sport, I guess, feeling what probably the spring sports feel every year. But they are doing a great job. We've got a dynamic couple of forwards with Yasmine Verdos and Camilla Valor. They're doing a great job on the forward line and bringing some speed and craft there. They both are goal scorers, which is exciting. Carissa Hugh is playing a intricate role in the left back position and getting comfortable there, which is a very different and tough adaptation from a high school level position in the backfield. It's a different style that you're playing there. So she's doing a great job there. And then we've got quite a few developing in midfield and backfield roles that we're seeing progress every day with them. So we're very excited about their development. And they're all bringing in great energy. And that's what I care about for this culture, right? Is they're all fitting in, they're all pushing hard, and they're not hesitating. And so what that shows me is, they're going to be playing experienced roles, yes, this spring, but 2 years out, it's an exciting time that we're seeing a lot of development right now with them.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about that energy that can play a huge part for anyone, not just freshmen. And being out there for when you all are practicing, it just looks like they're moving so well out there with the ball, off ball. They're getting along with each other. It feels very family, like a family. Not to be cliche, but the way the newcomers are mixing together with the veterans, so to say, it definitely feels like a great atmosphere that you're building, and a great camaraderie you're building with the program.
Yeah, if the returners don't have to push the energy and they don't have to take the lead in that, that's one more thing. Now they can be pushing with skill sets, right? Now they can be pushing with um, getting those first years to learn and listen in a different aspect. But the energy is a big thing, and the work ethic is a big thing. And I that's something that's important to me in recruiting, right? Is finding those kids that know that's a standard. That's not something we choose every day. So it's one thing that I think that the returners are doing a very good job of, and have set the tone with. But I also think it's another thing that the first years have come right in and they're not missing a beat. So we're not just spending time on that, right? That's a standard they're showing up every day and bringing. So very proud. Both returners and newcomers are working extremely hard every session, and they're not always, as we know, as that turf is out there covered in the snow right now. It's not always a turf session that we're pushing in. So very proud of the group, and an exciting time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great that not having to get them up to that energy level is one less thing that you and the team has to worry about. And like you said, you can now focus more on tactics and skill sets and things like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Looking at your schedule, it's a pretty packed schedule starting off this weekend, actually, February 12th at Temple, and then February 14th at UConn, a little Valentine's Day action
Yep.
For the Pride and the Huskies there. Why don't you break down for us your spring schedule of competition?
Yes, I'm excited. We've got a 14 game schedule. I'm happy that our conference has committed to a full conference schedule. I it's going to be a challenging schedule. We're still going to be working for every win matters and every game matters, as always. But it's going to be a strong opening weekend. 2 road games. That brings its own adversity in a sense, right? Of playing on the road. Both are day trips, and we're gonna wake up and get there and grind. So I'm very excited about our schedule. I'm excited about our opportunity. I think our players are so thankful for the support that Hofstra has given us, and the opportunity that we have to play this spring is really bringing out the gratitude, right? So we're excited. We're working every day for every single game, and the schedule's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does look pretty challenging, but I know you and the coaching staff are up to it. I know that your players are more than up to being able to compete in the 2020-21 academic year. So they just have to be psyched, to be able to compete against people that aren't wearing Hofstra pennies in practice.
Yes, for sure.
All right. This Friday, February 12th against Temple, and this Sunday, February 14th against UConn. You can catch all Hofstra field hockey action on gohofstra.com. For Coach Courtney Veinotte, I'm Nick Capitos, and thank you for watching this week's WB Mason Coaches Report.
Thank you.